Good evening. Welcome to this meeting of general purposes. Benefit of those watching on YouTube channel, members of the committee are present in the chamber. These members will be voting on the proposals this evening. Other members of the council are also present in the chamber or are participating on MS Teams, can take part in discussions, ask questions, but cannot vote. Your attention is drawn to agenda item 1, which sets out the guidance on how this meeting will be conducted. Before we start with the formal business, we'll confirm attendance of voting by doing a roll call. Victoria.
Thank you. Councillor Rhodes.
Present.
Councillor McDermott.
Present.
Councillor Banks.
Present.
Barton. Present. Councillor Bennison.
Present.
Coffin.
Present.
Councillor Clokey.
Present.
Councillor Davis.
Present.
Councillor Parry.
Present.
Councillor Roud. Councillor Tanner.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Right, that gets rid of item 2 and 3 because there are no substitutes and there are no apologies. So item 4 is declarations of interest. Are there any members declaring tonight? There are no members declaring tonight. Thank you very much. So that makes us on to agenda item 5, which are the minutes of the last meeting here in my hand. Can I have your permission to sign them?
Agreed.
Thank you very much. Which now takes us on nicely to agenda item 6 on page 17. Please note, members, this is a discussion about the regulation of Investigatory Powers Act 2000, revisions to the surveillance guidance. Mr. Stansfield.
Thank you, Chair, and good evening, members. I don't propose to say too much about this item because the changes that I'm proposing to the policy are all very minor, but just by way of context, the Borough Council does not, as a matter of policy, use the covert surveillance powers that we have open to us under the 2000 Act. We are able to and seek to use our enforcement powers in an overt way so that those people we are investigating know that we are doing that. And we've been successfully doing that for many, many years without resort to the covert surveillance powers. In fact, it's 14 years since we last used the powers for covert surveillance. And that was at a time when we were still doing benefit fraud investigations. Those powers have since moved away from us. So since that time, we haven't used our covert surveillance powers. That said, it's still important for us to have a policy setting out how we would use those powers, because not only does it provide a starting point for any officers who are thinking about carrying out surveillance, but also we are subject to 3 yearly inspections from the Commissioner. Now, they wrote to me earlier this year asking a number of questions because we are due an inspection this year. They've confirmed more recently that they're not going to carry out an inspection of the Borough Council this year because they're happy with the assurance that I provided to them about how we exercise our covert surveillance powers. They're also happy with the policy that you've got in front of you tonight. They have seen the policy, so they're happy with that. So the only changes that I'm proposing to the policy are all quite minor ones and really just updating, such as names of officers involved. Now we've got a new chief exec, updating links to relevant guidance. So nothing substantive at all. There is one page that I wanted to draw your attention to. The chair has pointed out to me, please eagle eye, that there are 2 references to Twitter on page 10 of the policy or page 28 of your reports pack. And of course, Twitter doesn't exist anymore under that name. So with your permission, I'd like to change that to X rather than Twitter. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Stanfield. Right, members, any questions? There are no questions. Okay, so members, at 151, we are asked to recommend this to Council that the revised surveillance guidance at Annex 1 be approved, including the change to X. Do I have your support?
Agreed.
That is unanimous. Thank you very much. Okay, then. So on item 7, there is nothing urgent, nothing that's been given to the Chief Executive. So thanking Katie very much. I will move that the press and public be excluded from the remainder of the meeting during consideration of any item, the publication of which would disclose exemptive information. Can I have your support, please?
Agreed.
Thank you very much. And we'll wait for the string to be shut off.